Harmony is refinement. Harmony is connected to refinement. When we are refined, when we start accepting people, when we start communicating well, and when we start believing in ourselves, we'll have much harmony. Happiness, it's a relative thing because we cannot say this will bring you happiness. Everybody need not accept you. But what you do, you should be satisfied. If you did not use the time well, if you did not use the space well, or if you feel that I'm not giving enough, then you will be dissatisfied. So, what's bottom line for happiness? Your self satisfaction. When you reach that state, then you start experiencing deeper level of satisfaction because you are unbound by your desire. What you should believe that you are a unique being. You are fundamentally authentic. Nobody like you. Your thumb impression is yours. Out of 8 billion people, you are a unique creation. Once that's understood, then that level of satisfaction increases.
If you resonate with what Mohanji is saying, if you are seeking clarity, guidance, or deeper connection, Mohanji goes live every Sunday for a transformational 2-hour Q&A session. He personally answers your questions. For more info and to register, scan the QR code on the screen.
Happiness is a relative thing. You cannot say my happiness is yours. Everybody have their own circle of happiness or structure of happiness. Harmony is refinement. Harmony is connected to refinement. When we are refined, when we start accepting people, when we start communicating well, and when we start believing in ourselves, mainly if we start believing in ourselves, we'll have much harmony. Most of the times, why we do not feel harmony with other people is because we don't accept anybody, even ourselves. The fundamental is self acceptance for harmony. Happiness, it's a relative thing because we cannot say this will bring you happiness or this gives you happiness. Perpetual happiness, yes, when you need nothing from earth, you are always happy. When you need so many things from earth, you will always need more because it's a continuous process. When one part is fulfilled, another part starts. Okay, this is pending. Yeah. So this is roughly about happiness and harmony. They are two different things. Harmony can be achieved very easily through self acceptance. Happiness is a relative thing, and if happiness has to be maintained, your expectation also should be less. When expectation is more, what do you get? Disappointments. When we are filled with expectations about a person, a relationship, a time, a space, anything you take, even from an organization that way, when expectations and demands are more, disappointments are also more. Instead, what am I contributing? What's my value addition? Only concentrate on that. So that will give you much more solace. And please don't expect everybody to appreciate you. People can people have the choice. They can appreciate you, accept you, or reject you. They may say that you're not good enough. That's their perception, right? Their point of view. Don't ever consider that as a final thing. Each person looks at you and decides, oh, I like this person or I don't like this person, as per their mindset, as per their constitution, how they are. So it's okay. Everybody need not accept you. But what you do, you should be satisfied. If you did not use the time well, if you did not use the space well, or if you feel that I'm not giving enough, then you will be dissatisfied. So, what's bottom line for happiness? Your self satisfaction. Your satisfaction. That is very important, right? Now, I'll touch upon the stability stillness quotient. See, there is uh, pretty much a discipline which runs life of everybody. You know, that is, you have a desire. When you satisfy it, you have happiness for some time, fulfillment for some time. Again, desire comes. Again, fulfillment. For a little bit time, you have that stillness or state of contentment. Again, desire, fulfillment. This is human life, mostly. But when our awareness grows and say, this what I've been doing all my life, action, satisfaction, fulfillment, temporary. This temporary state is all the time working. This is exactly how this Patanjali has told this in detail. I'm not trying to explain all those things now, but it's a wish and a fulfillment, wish, fulfillment, wish, fulfillment. This is how life goes. And if a wish can't be fulfilled, we become angry, upset. We have various emotions. That's human nature. But at certain point in time, you may have a wish, but fulfillment does not become serious. You said, okay, if it happens, it's fine. If I don't get it, it's okay. It's not indifference. Please don't think it's indifference. Depression, indifference, that's not the point here. The point is that you have a desire, but if it works, fine. But the desire is not so powerful that it demands fulfillment. When you reach that state, then you start experiencing deeper level of satisfaction because you are unbound by your desire. Are you with me on this? First is the desire pushes you for action, and if you don't fulfill it, you become angry, upset. And next level, you still have the same desire, but you are not really concerned. It's not pushing you so much into action, but you choose peace further. But if it is essential, it's fine. Like, for example, I must have a pizza. Now, I decide, this is my thing. Then suddenly somebody says, hey, we don't have pizza now, I'll give you a sandwich. All right. Basically, I'm hungry. So I have a sandwich and I'm satisfied. So if otherwise, if you really need a pizza, then you say, no, take your sandwich away, I don't want it. I would like to have pizza. And you don't get it, you become extremely upset. Sometimes headache, sometimes we scream at somebody because they don't have it. This is exactly what I'm saying. So a state of stability happens spontaneously by raising awareness. When awareness grows, you go to the bottom line. I'm basically hungry, and if the food suits me, it's okay. Which food comes, no problem. That's what Upanishad says. The food that came to your table unasked, without asking, is the medicine for you. So if we understand that fully, the food that came to your table without asking is the medicine for you, and you start accepting that, that will be very fulfilling, and that also reduces your emotional fluctuations. So satisfaction, happiness, contentment, they all are interconnected. Perpetual happiness happens, again I'm quoting Patanjali, in the fourth level, when desires do not have the power to move you, mind itself starts working differently. Desires are the desires, let's say thoughts. Desires come as thoughts, right? When, see, I need a pizza. Where is that expression come from? Thoughts. So desire does not sit like that. The desire for a pizza will express itself as thought. Thought are the pillars that keeps the mind. When desires do not have the power to move you for an action, mind starts collapsing. The mind structure changes. That's the fourth level of samadhi. Mind structure changes and the thought structure changes. Then what comes good for me? If nothing comes, no problem. You become extremely still and stable. The state of Shivahood, the state of stillness, state of stability starts manifesting. When it starts manifesting, you will experience extreme freedom. The first you experience is, I am free. Because mind is not moving you like a monkey. Here, mind is itself is collapsed because thoughts are not having the power to move you. Naturally, after thought comes expression, second level of creation. Third level of creation is action. So if thought does not have the power to express, expression doesn't happen. If expression doesn't happen, how do you know you need a pizza? So action doesn't happen. Consumption doesn't happen. Then the fulfillment is connected to consumption. That also doesn't happen. So the whole cycle starts changing. Thought, word, action, satisfaction, and that goes as memory. That is what's controlling us. Oh, I wanted to have a coffee. Oh, Starbucks. What tells you Starbucks? Because of memory. right? Memory of a coffee in Starbucks tells you to go there. Otherwise, coffee is coffee. So this is how our mind works, and this is actually controlling our satisfaction levels. Most are connected to memory, even interaction with a person. Sometimes we have prejudice. Ah, look at this guy. Oh, I know him. You may not know him. Nobody knows anybody's karmic structure. So basically, nobody knows anybody. But we don't say like that, right? Ah, I know this guy. He looks like another. So he must be like that. We already decided. So then interaction is affected. You see? So you see how shallow our operating levels are. Are you able to connect to that? Yeah, very shallow operating level. But if you accept another person, a full-fledged karmic being, a full-fledged karmic being is here, and he has his particular flavor, distinction, quality, is unique. Everything is different, and then if you have respect towards that being, life is different. So when you are stable, you'll be filled with respect because all are karmic beings. They are here for a tourist visa, with a tourist visa. Here for some time, then leave the body and go. Carry nothing except memories. So all that you earn from earthly existence are experiences. Right from childhood till death, only earning from here are experiences of variety nature. And it's not the same. Even if you have the same ice cream at the age of 5 and at the age of 50, flavor is same, but experience is different. Maybe your choice also might have changed. Instead of vanilla, you will say, I need chocolate. Because it's ice cream, but over time, time changes everything. Time always changes things. It's never static. Life is never static, first of all. If it is static, it's not life, it's stagnation. Means if you are every day same, then that means you are stagnating. It is not the same. So time, all this life, only what you have from life are experiences. And what you have, what's the savings? Your savings are your memories from that experience. That's exactly what the soul takes when the soul leaves the body. The desire pattern is connected to memory. See, dream state is connected to memories. What you dream is also connected to memories. Experiences are stored as memories, and that from that dreams are derived. Likewise, desires are also derived. All the D's are coming from there, dreams and desires both. So this is approximately the picture. I give you a broad picture so that you can define which level your happiness works. It's easy to know. It's not. And also another person should not tell you this, because they don't know you. Another person don't understand. Even if they are living with you, they only know your mannerisms or some of the things, but nobody knows anybody clearly. Because the karmic structure that brought you life after life, which we can call as pattern, it is not easy to know. It is not easy to understand. So do not think about other people's opinion about you and start thinking, oh, that's me. That's how I am. Do not consider that. One of the fundamental mistakes that we have, or we experience, or we follow, is that we believe others' opinions, and we carve our life accordingly. Somebody said he's not a good guy, and you start believing it. Never believe anybody's opinion. This is their perception. What you should believe, that you are a unique being. You are fundamentally authentic. Nobody like you. Your thumb impression is yours. Out of 8 billion people, you are a unique creation. So that once that's understood, then that level of satisfaction increases. When you try to become somebody, there's always a deficiency. When we are imitating, we are never complete. When we are competing, we are in ignorance, because how can you compete with another karmic being? You can't. There could be similarities, but nobody is same. Everybody is different. It's your life, your experience. See, the same food is on the table. Each person's choices will be different. Have you seen buffet? So many people, they all take the food they like, right? I may like one food, but I can't expect the other person takes the same food. We all have difference. So that's understood, then we are quite good.